Highline Trail, High Uintas Wilderness, quite soon. And this sniffer sniffed out some water flowing down here. It's the first thing I need. I'll go back in here and set up a camp. Perfect. Just need a good spot. A little farther away from the trail. Unless this is wet. Yeah, it's a marsh. Yeah, we got some dry soil here, ground, and I might just look over here in these trees. This is the Cascade Trekker again out here in the wild areas. Here, I've come back to the High Uintas. I'm on the Highline Trail, August 29th, and it was a somewhat spontaneous journey. I was just on the other side 2 weeks back. However, there is an incredible, immaculate, high pressure weather pattern that's going to hold in place for 7 days, which I've been waiting all summer for. I am so excited. This is the trip of the summer, I promise. All right, I've got the tent set. Basically, I'm running with the same supplies. I'm out with the lightweight John Benson mug set. It's basically a large mug / small pot for cooking, alcohol burning, titanium Vargo stove, super lightweight. This is like 7 ounces with the spoon, a lighter, the stove, and the mug. This is my health bag, my body bag, which I might go through later in the trip. This is, it's got to be a pound or a pound and a half. And I got the rain gear I've been running with, the North Face jacket, and these crappy, like, non-breathable pants that are great for motorcycle touring. I'm using the Taquito Sierra Designs bag on this trip, which is rated at 0, but is a big lie. It's probably 35 degrees. We're looking at temperatures in the low 40s this week, mid to low 40s. I'm going to be completely fine. I've got the Ridge Rest. The food is again, it's maxed out. This has got to be, it's got to be close to 15 pounds, maybe 12 or 13 pounds. I'll go through it, potentially. Here's the map, the book, and a writing little notepad. That's about it. Morning time, and the sun feels nice. I had condensation in the tent on the sleeping bag, the rain fly in the top of the tent. There was a flustered four-legger, probably a deer, just after dusk, bounding around, snorting at me in my camp. All right, so it's time to hit the trail and put some miles on today. Here it looks like I'm entering a burn. There's some burnt trees, but not all of them. And here's the first lake with the burn around it. And I was thinking, coming through this burn, which I was told is 4 years old, that people say fire is the catalyst for life. And I don't see one new tree growing in this. The trail's very easy to follow, well worn, and lots of small boulders. Not really a problem. In the forest, it's really similar to the other side, with a lot of dead older trees. Looks like I'm going up the Rocky Sea Pass. Right up there. Here's another side trail. I'm getting up here higher. It's the base of the Rocky Sea, or the Sea of Rocks. I guess we're going back that way. Yeah, not too much more. Been a steady day of hiking. Starting to feel it. I think I just want to get over this pass and look for some camping. Yeah. Here's some water. Sure enough. I didn't want to take a chance on it. I saw it on the map. Got to carry about a liter of water for a couple miles. Rocky Sea Pass. It was worth all the energy and effort to get up here. I was really starting to feel it in my legs, like halfway today. It was roughly about 7 miles from my camp, 8 miles from the parking lot to this first pass. And it's above 11,500 feet. Definitely feel it in my breathing. A little short of breath. My sentences drag, right? Because I gotta breathe. Let's just get some footage from up here. We had a lot of clouds come in. I don't think they're gonna drop any water. Okay. The next pass is right straight that way, around that kind of jut, Dead Man Pass. And the Highline trail drops down into this canyon, but it looks like it was burnt out. Another fire burn in here. Here's the trail right through this basin. I saw on the map there's a flowing drainage over here. I might go over there. And looking across this huge caldera way on the other side, it looks like there's some really interesting, open meadows. And then again there's the burn, like right through the middle. So I'm not sure if those trails are still open or maintained or what. I'll get down here and see how I feel. Okay, I came down from the pass here, set up here, real nice location. I think there's a trickle of a spring. this. And I have to get back up. Right here. All right, the day is winding down. It was a great day. I definitely got 10 miles in with the walk over to the spring and back. So the plan, which really didn't form until I started, this hike, this adventure, the Highline Trail is about 100 miles long. And of course, there's no way I'm going to hike this whole thing. You need to have a shuttle car at one side so you don't have to hike back. But what I'm doing is with 7 more days, it sounds incredible, but I'm going to just push in as far as I can and then just hike back. And the focus of these days, and I guess my camping locations, will be higher up in these upper basins that are more scenic, with like long reaching views of the mountains, a good chance of getting sun early on in the morning. This 2 weeks back, I was just on the other side, and the forest, it's really sad. I said it then and I'll say it again. There's dead trees all over the place. There aren't any large trees. All the large trees have died. I don't know if it's a function of the variety of tree, which I don't know what it is. It's got kind of a scaly bark, shooting straight up for the most part. I'm not even going to try to guess. I see some noble trees in here, which is pretty much the first time I've seen some different trees. But the point is, the forest is sad to hike through. It's long and monotonous. This approach to the sea of rocks, pass, Rocky Sea Pass, was just, sad to say, kind of dull. 3 days in, check it out, and maybe day 4 I can do a day hike, leave the camp. I'll be really close to King's Peak. Maybe I can get closer, check that out on day 4, and then 3 days back. It's a good plan. I'm gonna go through the food real quick, just because it it seems important, and I hope it helps other people when they're thinking of stuff like this. To begin with, I've got these heavy things here. Hard-boiled eggs, small, fresh apples. I'll eat one of these for dinner, and I'll eat one of these tomorrow. So 3 days, these will be gone. Garlic. Every meal I'll have a couple cloves of garlic, and it just hits the spot. And this weight is, nothing. I've got 7 of the Big Boss pepperoni and cheese Slim Jims, 1 a day. hitting the spot. This is a dinner mix, which you can't really see. It's very small pasta pieces, sunflower seeds, and cracked wheat. And I'll probably try this tonight. Snack. This is corn chips, flax seeds. This is a mix of cashews and cranberries that I mix with my dinners, and just an amazing touch. Here's some kind of gross chocolate Pop-Tarts, which these will be gone in a couple days. This is dried cereal, a granola, which I can cook up. That's not going to get used till after these Pop-Tarts are gone. These are dehydrated apple rings, and they're kind of gross. They're spongy. I'm saving these for last. I gotta go through these. I'm bringing food that should have been eaten a couple weeks ago. These are these are two payday bars picked up just because I realized I'd be an extra day. This is kind of the dregs of a couple pretzel bags, which I'll probably save those for last. Soup mix. This is fantastic soup mix that I'll mix in with my dinners every day. This is a massive amount of trail mix. You know, I'll probably start eating this tonight after dinner. My dinners are small portions in this gift pot given to me. What's that guy's name? Okay. This broth, beef broth, tea. This time I brought like my own seasoning blend, which is hitting the spot. Ramen broken up into one big Ziploc, and then my coffee. And so 7 more days of food, I'm hoping. It's the second morning. Beautiful morning. It's very quiet and peaceful here. Beautiful sunrise. I had most likely a deer around my tent last night, and I could hear it chewing on the vegetation. It was a little strange. It was a windy night after dark, so I had earplugs in. The rainfly was flapping around. I got up to urinate, went back in, took the earplugs out, and these zippers are quite loud. It was almost like I attracted this animal's attention, most likely a deer, but just after I got back in, it came in and was kind of just hanging out here. Alright, this is the Highline trail going down to Rock Creek. So far so good. Easy to follow. Yeah, it's pretty nasty here. The trail pretty much skirts this main water drainage. I don't know the name of it. And here it is. Haven't lost it yet. Well, here's Rock Creek crossing. Well, here we go. Alright, here's looks like a 4-way intersection. This one going down Rock Creek. This one going up. And Here we have a trail going this way. I'm gonna have to look at the map, see which one to take. Coming up out of the creek, not so much of a trail indication here. It's been washed. Someone has been putting up cairns. I've been boosting them. It's this way. And I think this trail coming up out of the creek bed skirts another feeder creek over here. A little messy in here. The trail's here. I almost think it comes up this way. What I'm also looking for are cut log ends from previous maintenance. Here's a draw here. I don't know. Here, the other thing is to realize a trail is always easier to see going down. And I'm going up. I got cairns again. Up this way. Yeah, this is the worst so far. Because of all the blowdowns on top of the burnt blowdowns. I guess I still have the trail. And there's a cairn here. Oh man, let this end. Well, I think I'm out of the burn. Heading up this way. Still got a trail, but it's rustic. Not maintained. Lots of blowdowns. Okay, I'm up into the upper meadows, just before the rock wall here. And the trail kind of cuts around this. I've followed the trail. Still have the trail. Thankfully. Yeah, thank you for the cairns. Whoever's been doing this. More burn here. Now this is beautiful right here. I'm so tempted to pitch a tent back there. But the day is early. And I've got probably 2 miles, 1.5 miles to the pass. I want to get through. I'm going to get some fresh water here. Here's this small creek I just got some water from. And I came back here to see where it was coming from. It's coming out of these rocks. And maybe over the top there might be a lake. Same with up here, springs, but it is seeping out. I was thinking it'd be super cool if there was a place to take a shower. Water, way up here. I've been carrying 2.5 pounds of water all the way up here. I guess I'll never learn. And man, I really want to camp up here. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. This could be a place to stop on the way back. My legs are all sweaty. I need a cleanup on my legs. And what I'm thinking is I'll go over this pass and be in the shade, and it'll be too cold. Here it is. It's gonna be right here, the tent. I've got 2 or 3 hours of drying time. I'm gonna wash some clothes in this tiny trickle here. Clean up a little bit. Alright, I'm set up here. Nice shade here for the rest of the evening, afternoon. I had to take advantage of the water that's flowing here and this bit of sunshine to clean myself. These pants. Here I've got 2 pairs of socks, underwear, and my long johns drying in the sun. And this is just shy of Dead Horse Pass. You know, I'm probably at 11,000 feet, give or take. And this is the kind of camping I like to do. Big, wide, open, high spaces. I was really getting tired this afternoon. I've probably put nearly 8 miles on today. And that burn was just wicked. I rate that like a 7.5 on the difficulty scale, just because it was uphill, blowdowns everywhere, burnt downs to climb over, and just almost absolutely no sign of the trail for... I would have to stop, figure it out, and I probably did that 100 times. There's a lake up here I'm going to go check out. Continent Lake. I've never seen these before. These little red berries. Just like almost ground cover. Look at how small the leaves are. This was my bedroom last night. and the deer just in here with two fawns, and I got up to film them, and I ran through the grass barefoot. It was like running through shag carpeting, and it was just, how can I describe the feeling? Kind of raw, running barefoot through nature. This is the third day, and it's the last day that I will take my camp farther along this Highline trail. Dead Horse Pass, just real close, and Red Knob Pass after that. Hopefully I'll get through these two passes today. It shouldn't be too bad. I think it's only a few miles. Wow, this is Dead Horse Pass, and right when I got to the top here, I saw that albino mountain goat kind of on the shoulder of this ridge top, and I kind of came over here and acted like I didn't see him to get my camera out. Turned around, didn't see him, and so I walked to the edge, and barely did I see him climbing through those rocks. And then coming back across, I don't know if these were wolves or coyotes. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they saw me up here. It's It's easy to see things walking on the top of these ridge tops. And so there's a steep bit of switchbacks over here, and the trail is, who knows, 600 feet down, maybe 800 feet down. And I think yeah, I can see the trail going up to that point, which could possibly be Red Knob. And so I'm going to get through this today and drop back down the other side. And this is the place where it crosses over. And this is kind of gnarly. I hate to fall down this. It's the cliffs I'm worried about, right? I don't think they're, you know, this, you'd probably stop and you get hurt though. Okay, I'm going baby steps. I'm gonna get it. These are the cliffs I'm talking about. You fall off one of those, I'm saying it's good night. Especially 20 miles in. Here's an intersection. Here it is. I'm getting pretty close. Red Knob Peak. Fantastic views here. And this over here, that big flat one down there, I'm pretty sure that's called the Table, and I was there 2 weeks ago. Gary's maiden voyage. Oh, but these peaks are fabulous here, look. And look at the wash down these guys. And I was just up there. So this is almost Red Knob Pass. I think I just have to crest that ridge there. And this is the valley I hiked through. I was at that pass over there, Dead Horse Pass, this morning. And yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm pretty darn pooped. However, this day was the first day that the bag really wasn't extremely heavy. More so, my legs are getting tired. And over here, this valley and this drainage here is East Fork, Black Fork, where I was at 2 weeks ago. Oh, give or take 5 miles down the canyon. Okay.
Y 14 días también.
Yeah.
Mucho, ¿no?
Okay, so I tried to come up this way. Agua.
Mucha agua.
Yeah. It's very beautiful. Okay. What's beautiful? Your amigos. See? Oh, my dream come true. Here's the next basin full of sheep. I don't know. I might shoot for the far side. I don't know where the sun's coming from. Yeah, it's probably this way. I'm just gonna go. Well, I've been just walking across here. So these sheep have been all over this whole basin. I just want to find a place where I'll have some peace tonight. I'm gonna look in these trees here, and hopefully there's a little bit of drainage water down here. And it's been pretty windy. Gonna want to find some shelter. All right, I got a place back here, hopefully away from the sheep. I don't think the sheep come into these trees. Beautiful, grassy forest floor here for my tent. I'll sleep hard tonight, whatever happens. Today was a pretty hard day for me. It was 4,000 feet elevation change, maybe 5 or 6 miles, if that. Not very far, but it's the whole journey is taking its toll. And this is the third day in, which is as far back as I'm going. I have day 4 to explore back here. I didn't get back as far as I wanted to, okay? Tough trip. Way overloaded with this pack weight. And, you know, what can I say? I did make a good run, all right? I'm passing people going this way on this Highline trail. Kids, you know, 30-somethings that can hike 20 miles a day through this pretty rugged terrain. I mean, even the trail itself with boulders is unforgiving, and they're like wearing tennis shoes. Starting pack weight without food and water is like 25 pounds, 20 pounds. I'll never be able to do that. And so this Cascade Trekker guy is content with a 10-mile day. And that's where it is. It's time for tea. I wanted tea last night so bad, but I went up to the lake and ran out of time, and it was dinner time. It's a conflict of interest to make tea with dinner. So there it is. It's a great night here. Yeah. And the sheep did come back into that upper clear area over here last night. And I heard the sheepdog barking. They didn't come close. The sun came up over here, and I was thinking it would come up over this way. I didn't check the compass last night. Didn't really matter because I knew I would just be chilling out here today. There's no purpose in mind other than possibly, most likely, I'll be climbing up this rocky ridge. There's a lake tucked back there called Crater Lake, and it looks like an easy climb. Tomorrow I'll be heading back the way I came. I'm not looking forward to that burn. Some of these, exits back through challenging areas are really kind of a test for me to see how well I can navigate returning through. Alright, I'm just going for a jaunt, a day hike up somewhere there, maybe up to this guy here. And this was an idea I had just now to mark the location of my camp with something that would really contrast color-wise in this forest to guide me back here. And here we have a sheep that was killed. Yeah, it was this season for sure. So we got predators, of course, out here. Not much left. Just at the bottom of this climb, it's not going to be very much. And what you do is you kind of look for diagonal kind of easements going up. And originally I noted this one, and then maybe another this way. But it's no real easy way now. Just kind of gonna switch left and right going up. It's always easier to find grassy patches to switch up. And here's one here. And you have to kind of pick which stairway to climb up. And here's a handhold. And I think just over this one here, it might be a little easier. Not so bad though. Here's another real possibility, is waking up, you know, a snoozing native up here and be easily, you know, just resting in one of these little hideouts. You'd be on the lookout and maybe make noise. I'm way up here now. Just a last bit, and I have to decide. I'm looking at this diagonal, which doesn't look too bad, and I had to contemplate over here, but there's a bit of a drop there that you wouldn't want to fall from, and this is safer. This is fabulous. I'm just gonna get up this. Look at this. Fantastic. Alright, this is Crater Lake here, and this is Explorer Peak. I don't know the elevation. I'm thinking that's over 12,000 feet up here. And this is the apex of my journey into the high Uintas. It's the farthest point back and the highest point of my journey. Fabulous, fabulous trip. No animal signs up here. no animal movement. There's no droppings up on this top ledge here, and no typical sleeping spots where the animals kind of round out a little sleeping area. This is what I wanted up here, to get just a bird's eye view of all these fabulous mountain ranges and peaks. It's almost endless. The length of this range is about 100 miles, maybe even including the trail to be 100 miles long, a Highline trail. This is over here. This is Red Knob Pass. This is where I hiked over yesterday. I'll hike back over that tomorrow. The close one here is Mount Lavinia. It's a little over 13,000 feet. And I guess I'll start with Kings Peak. It's way out there. I think that's 13,500, and that's South Kings Peak. Not really steep, just kind of mounded up there. These closer ones I don't know. I think this is Mount Powell, my mother's maiden name. And I think this is Mount Wilson. And a lot of interesting lesser peaks all about. Fantastic up here. Cascade Checker, Summer of Dreams. This is the epitome of my dream right here in the high Uintas of Utah. Another thing I did, I carried all my food on this little jaunt because I couldn't lose it. You know, just imagine 3 days out and a bear ripped into my tent and took all the food. I would be massively screwed. I don't know what I'd do. Eat a lamb. It's refreshing. It's like outdoor carpeting, but better. A couple things I want to mention. This hike was great up there. It was perfect. Exactly what I needed. Coming down through the area where the dead sheep was. Just as I rounded some trees and shrubs, something scampered away. It wasn't a deer because they would keep going. This one went into the bushes. So, not saying it's a cougar. Could be a bobcat. Could be a coyote. Anyway, just I'm on guard here. Let's see, the last campsite when I hiked up to Continent Lake, during that night, it was really neat because I had to get up and urinate, and I looked over, and right above it was the Big Dipper, and it was looking like it was going to dip into that lake. All right, so about, I don't know, a few hours later, I had to go again, and I looked over there, and it was like down below the line of the mountains, and it looked like it was going into the lake. So that was pretty cool. Last night, I heard the elk a rutting bugle noise far off into this basin. Fortunately, I wasn't really close. Tonight, I'm thinking I'll be without the sheep. I haven't heard one peep. No peep out of the sheep. That's great. All set to go. And I'm thinking this is day 5. The pack weight is nice. It's got to be a little over 20 pounds, maybe 25. This was a real nice place to be for 2 days. Slept very nice last night. Had a little scent of fire smoke. I wasn't really sure about that. It'd be a sad thing to have to divert around a forest fire 25 miles in. And 8 miles per day is what I'm looking at. 8 miles a day for the next 3 days. Here it is, Red Knob Pass again. And it sure does look like smoke in these valleys compared to this one over here. I can't really smell it right now. I might be used to it. And the wind is blowing this way. For some reason it was scarier coming up this. The trail, you know, it's as wide as my hand and it's sloped like this. Dead Horse Pass, right there. Yes, here's the camp zone. It's about almost 2 miles down from the Dead Horse Pass, heading back towards the beginning. And I had scoped this place out coming in just because there's this sweet little creek over here. And I got a full body wash. I feel great. I washed some essential clothing. Basically, my hiking socks and my underwear are good for 2 days. My base layer t-shirt, I got a good rinse on it. Here's the creek. That's nice. That's very nice. And this is where it's dripping from the rocks. Just a kind of a unique setting. It's amidst the forest fire burn, which I've come to learn happened 2 years ago in 2020. And yeah, even on the way here, I lost the trail in this kind of a section of burn over here. But I knew that this rock wall, this feature was coming up, and I knew this creek was coming up, so I just blasted through. I didn't even care. I didn't even look for the trail, and eventually I found it. Another big day. Over 4,000 feet of elevation change, 2 passes, the Red Knob Pass and the Dead Horse Pass. And that Dead Horse Pass on the north side is just spooky, man. The way that trail is just like, slightly sloped, very narrow, and full of scree. And down below, there's like a 20-foot drop-off cliff, maybe even more. So it's possible that it's life-threatening over there. And man, just baby steps for me. There's another feature about this rock wall, and if I get lonely, I can hear an echo. Let's see. Hey! Maybe. What? All set to go for day 6. 2 more days of hiking to get back to the parking lot. And this was kind of interesting overnight. It was almost like a running faucet. And then there's another one down here, and they were kind of echoing and trading places. Going through the burn today, and I've got a good plan. I have good directions and landmarks so that I won't even need the trail if I lose it. Hey, here it is. I missed the cutoff. I had to, because I don't remember crossing this. And I have an idea that this is the creek farther down. There's a trail sign over here. I'm gonna look at that. Here it is already. Missing the cutoff because the sign is burned and there's no indication. No, I didn't come through here. I would have remembered this, and I have a feeling I've been drawn into this large bowl, which I'm not too happy about right now. Exactly what happened. I missed the cutoff for it. And I don't know if I want to go back and look for it. I go this way. It looks pretty simple this way. I might look at the map, then decide. What I might do is just skirt this creek and maybe just bail down this burned slope, not crossing the creek again. I'm doing that. I'm not going back. I'm not going forward. Yeah, I'm just gonna go this way for maybe 20 minutes. See if I can find that rounded kind of a ridge going down. Here I've got a bit of line of sight hiking and veer towards my landmark. I'm kind of pissed off right now. I walked right past it. That sign is burnt back there as I filmed earlier. Okay, there's what I'm thinking is the soft ridge. Up top was the twisty turny trail, I'm going through here. I can see this meadow. Now all I have to remember is to stay on this side of that creek. And there's one patch of green that Highline trail goes through. It might be right there, down in this meadow here. I'm shooting right for that clearing in the forest for a view. Well, it hasn't been so bad. I've got the creek within earshot, and it just might be what I have to do. I keep seeing green, and it's almost pulling me down. I'm just gonna kind of keep calm and keep my perspective. Okay, hot shit right here is the Highline trail, and this was kind of where I was hoping to find it, in this bit of green, and now we've got something to go by. Rock Creek, I'm down at the bottom, and it just beats your legs coming through this crap. It's just like, you know, trees to jump on, boulders to balance on, downhill. Wow. And so I'm hoping this won't be so bad. I don't remember it being as bad. Okay, through the Burn Valley and up to Rocky Sea Pass now. I was really feeling down here. I took some vitamins, and amazingly those vitamins make a difference. So after this, we'll look for a camp spot. This has got to be one of the best views of the trip, other than the valley's burnt out. Rocky Sea Pass. Starting down now, and no more real climbing. This is my camp spot here. It's my last night in the high Uintas wilderness. I'm just below White Pigeon Spring, and that water is over here. And for some reason that water is a little milky. I'll go with it. Don't have a choice. We've got these gray jays here. I haven't seen gray jays anywhere in this region yet. And they're like the camp robbers. Pretty boisterous, whistling and getting close, but they're not so brave as the ones in the Pacific Northwest. Alright, so real quick, I'm gonna wash up some clothes again. Mostly the pants, because I had to hike through the burn and they're pretty dirty. so light now. And this is my light pack, early morning, downhill speed. And how about this? Somebody lost a hammer. It was hanging from a signpost. And I figured, hey, if I don't take it, someone else will. Back up the trailhead, back with my ride. 50-mile backpack, 6.5 miles today, and it was just a rugged push. Cascade Trekker out.